false ego, attaching oneself to what it is not. Okay, what am I not? I'm not this body. I'm not this position. It is, am I? Yes, I am also. So the ego is, if that ego is not present, then what happens? I have no clue who I am. Right now I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a devotee. So I know that because I'm a wife, I have certain responsibilities. I have a devotee, I have certain responsibilities. I am a mother, I have certain responsibilities. Imagine I did not have that ego, right? Ego is not always a bad word. It is to know who I am. But if I'm going to extend it a little further to say I am everything, then that becomes false ego. And I will do anything in my position to destroy everybody but to keep my own self, to keep my position. That again is danger of false ego. So I was hearing Gauranga Prabhu the other day. He beautifully explains Lord as Madhusudana. Okay. So Madhu, why is the Lord's name Madhusudana? Killer of demon Madhu. And Prabhu is beautifully quoting that it is also, Madhu also means honey. Correct? So if I said Sudana is destroyer, how does it connect? Madhu and Sudana. Destroyer of honey? No. So Prabhu is saying honey has two qualities. What are the two qualities of honey? Sweetness. All of us know.
Too much of sweet of bitterness.
Too much sweet, you take more, it is intoxicating. It intoxicates you. Honey, right? It's the same thing with ego. This is the honey of false ego. Okay. What happens? I know I'm great already. Correct? I know I'm very beautiful already. I know I'm very intelligent already. I know I'm a great cook already. I know everything, I know I'm great as it is.
But then
someone else says it. I know, Baba. I knew it already, but you're also saying I'm definite, it is sure. Right? Isn't it sweet when someone praises us? Right? Appreciates us. Like, I knew it, but yeah, you're also saying it. Definitely it is. Right? So, see, if we did not have little bit of self-worth like that I know I'm good, there has to be humility, but some self-esteem needs to be there. Otherwise, we cannot exist. That self-worth shouldn't go so much that I'm going to devour everybody else around me. Right? So, when someone appreciates my ego, I feel so happy. That is sweetness. Then what happens? 1.5 million views. Chad jata hai. Right? So they say, generally in South India there is a saying, Koranga kallum kudiche telum kottina madri. Which means, so there's a mad monkey. It is already drunk. Imagine how it will be. Crazy. Right? It's intoxicated. And then what happened? A scorpion bit it. So imagine how crazy it will be jumping. Right? That's how intoxicated we get. Right? With this extreme praise. Because we are not grounded. Being grounded is extremely important. I know I have an ego and I need it to keep my self-esteem and to know my responsibilities as this person. That's the sweet part of it. If I go beyond and if I'm going to take it in a way where, like the example that we are looking at, I will not let others take my position. Right? We see this not just it's very common in the material front, whether it is your colleague, your boss at work, between relatives, between so many places we see that out of ego, I, otherwise nothing. And there is so much fight. Right? And we want to destroy others. Once someone becomes a devotee, then Krishna says, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvaihi gunaihi tatra samasate suraha. Once one becomes a devotee, all the great qualities of a demigod becomes present in them. Shouldn't someone become a devotee and actually become non-envious, non-jealous, non-greedy, non-anger, lusty? Shouldn't a devotee become like that? We have to remember that we have not become a pure devotee. This is called pure devotee syndrome, right? I haven't become one just because I picked the mala in hand or I put a tilak on or I have a shikha, or I'm wearing a kantimala does not make me a pure devotee. I am in the process, I'm in the path of becoming purified. Not done yet. So what I'm supposed to do is understand that Indradeva is still inside the material world. He is not moved out of the material world. We are in the Martya Loka. He is a little above us. Just in a higher planet, but in the material world. If I'm going to say, oh, this guy is living, I am in the 3rd floor, he is living in the 5th floor. Shouldn't he have better qualities than me? Why? Right? Yes, because that is supposed to be higher devotees. They have tried to control their senses, and they have also lived a very scriptural life to actually reach that position. So we think that, okay, they should have a better, sense of scriptures and they shouldn't do stuff like this, right? But then what happens? The false ego, if connected in the wrong sense, can bring down even people like Indra, who are holding a very high position, who is also a devotee of the Lord. So can devotees wrong? Yes. We're not talking about pure devotees. We're talking about devotees in the process of becoming pure, not already reached purity. Yeah. So in Vritrasura Charitra, Indradev is also killing his guru. First he in his puffed up space, he disrespects his guru. And then he goes to Brahmaji. Brahmaji says, no problem, go, here is another guru. He brings the other guru. He requests him, because I disrespected Brahaspatiji and now my entire Swarga has gone out of my hands. Demons have taken it away because they were submissive to their guru Shukracharya. They took away my land. Please, can you help me get it back? Okay, he says, fine, let's do this. And then Vishwarupa helps him bring his Swarga back, and he kills him. After that, because Vishwarupa is also connected to the demons as much as he is connected to the demigods. So he performs a yajna, gets the yajna's prasad, and he shares it with the demons as well as the demigods. So Indra gets angry and he chops off Vishwarupa's head. Right? So this is how multiple times that goes on and on and on, and does so many things. So the question is, sometimes as devotees also we still have a lot of sediment that remains in us. So we have to be very careful. Sometimes it can be passive. Sometimes it can come out a little bit to become passive aggressive. Then it can just remain aggressive, where I am going to destroy anything that comes in my path. It does not matter. But what should exist ultimately? Me, my relatives, my friends, my position. Then it's a problem. So if false ego has benefits, little benefits, and there are dangers, then how do I manage? Then the biggest managing is Madhusudana. So we talked about Krishna being the destroyer of the honey of false ego. How is he destroying it? By his instructions, right? And by his pastimes. When Krishna lifts the Govardhan and we look at and hear about it, then we understand, oh, this 1.5 million views is nothing. I'm definitely not carrying Govardhan with my left hand little finger for 7 days, 7 nights. Right? Today, in 30 and 40, we feel like, oh, did I get arthritis? Why is my wrist paining, my knee paining? I can't walk. I'm crawling, I'm walking. There's so many things that are happening. Am I going to think myself as powerful as God? No. So Krishna, by showing his pastimes also, he's trying to show why he is Bhagavan. Right? What is the meaning of Bhagavan? All the 6 opulences present completely. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashashaha, Shriyaha, Jnanam, Vairagyoshchaiva, Shannam, Bhaga, Itinganam. This 6 opulences. Shannam is 6. Aishwarya, wealth. Samagrasya, in completeness. What all he has in completeness? Aishwaryasya, which is wealth. Samagrasya Viryasya. Virya is strength. Yashash, fame. Shriyaha, beauty. Jnanam, knowledge. Vairagya, determination or renunciation. So he has all of these 6 in completeness. There is no one who has all of these 6 better than him. These 6 qualities are supposed to be bhaga. We call someone dhanavan if they possess dhana. We call someone viryavan if someone possesses virya, which is strength. We call the Lord Bhagavan because he possesses all these 6 opulences in completeness. So then Krishna comes down to show that this is how I am Bhagavan. He performs these pastimes to say, these are my pastimes. And why am I doing? Not to show off that I am Bhagavan. Hey, you see, I am the Lord. No, that's not the point. To say that I am coming here also to show that I want relationship with my devotees. Right? And indirectly, without showing off, he is also reducing the mother, the intoxication that devotees can have. You want to connect with me, but there is ego which is playing. Right? The same ego which is benefiting me is also putting me into danger sometimes. So the Lord shows how you can negate the dangerous part of it and hold on to the positive part of it alone. So I know myself now. Okay, I am the soul. I am not this body. I have come to that understanding. What is true ego? True ego is when I understand who I am in reality, and I also know my relationships. What is my original relationship of my soul with the Lord as his eternal servant and with the devotees of the Lord. So that if I know, I will never go back fighting with any of the devotees. I will never be greedy. I will never want to take the position of another person. I'll never push anybody down to take my position above someone else. So those wonderful qualities come back to be established. That's when Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavati Akinchana, one who is Akinchana, who's not attached to anything. Kinchita means little, Akinchana, not even to that little that he is attached. Such a devotee gets attached to the Lord. He has all the qualities of the demigods purely. Then there is no more kalmasha, there is not much dirt that is settled inside of us. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So, ego, what is false ego? How to achieve that true ego to understand Jivera Swarupaha Nitya Krishnadas. The Swarupa, the true understanding of who I am as Krishna's Nityadas is when I'm established in my true ego. On that position, if I'm able to exhibit or perform my activities, that's the best life that is possible. Yeah. So we can still be here and materially die, but we are spiritually alive. And that's the devotee, whether the person is Swarga, Apavarga, Narakeshu, Api Tulyartha Darshina. For that devotee, they go to Swarga, they go to Apavarga, they live here, and they go to Naraka. It doesn't make a difference because for them, every place is the same. They just want service of the Lord. They understand their true self. Then there is no more trouble. Hare Krishna.